So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans on a very cold December morning. A lot of people have been asking, when are we going to stand up the big flagpole? Well, today we are one step closer to that happening. So Levi, he dug this giant hole right here to set this sleeve in the ground. And I need 1 yard of concrete to put around that sleeve. And if you were to order just a yard of concrete, probably cost around $400, something like that, just for 1 yard of concrete. So I talked to my buddy Tom from Concrete with the Hauses. They have a YouTube channel. You should check it out if you haven't already done so. And they're going to be working in our area either this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, one day this week. It'll be coming up here pretty soon. And what he's going to do is add an extra yard to a truck for one of their jobs, and then they'll send it over here when they're done, and we'll fill up this hole. So what I did here, I just used a few 2x4s, put a little form around it, and I put this one board across the top right here. I have the sleeve clamped to it. Now once we start filling this up with concrete, you know, we get closer to the top, I'll be able to adjust it as needed and take that clamp off and then take this board off of here. I was going to put a board underneath this one right here, but I'm thinking we may be shooting some concrete right under there. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it like it is for now, but it should work out pretty good. Now what I did here, this concrete over here is 1.5 inches higher than this concrete right here. And that is because, you know, you have the step down coming out of the garage. So I kept the form about 1/2 inch below that concrete, and I kept the top of the sleeve 1/2 inch above the form. So what we'll do, we'll pour around it and just finish away from it a little bit so water doesn't run towards the pipe. Inside that pipe right there, you know, the flagpole is going to sit in there, and you put some wood wedges in there to hold it tight, and then you fill it all up with sand and it won't go anywhere. Here's the pole here. It's a beautiful flagpole. I mean, it's really nice. This came from Liberty Flagpoles. It's all aluminum in the bronze color. I think it was a great match for the building, but it is 30 or 32 feet long. And I think I have a plan, by the way, how we're going to stand this up. We'll go over that when we do. But that's the pole right there, 32 feet long. And then in front of the pole, we'll have this guy right here. He's going to sit right about here. And then, you know, we'll clean all this up around here, landscape this a little bit, maybe put some nice decorative rock or something in there. We'll figure that out once the pole's up. But yeah, I think it'll look pretty good. 32-foot flagpole right there. So that's the plan. So I'm ready for concrete. I don't know if it's coming today. I don't know if it's coming tomorrow or maybe even Monday of next week, but it's ready to go and it's on Tom's radar. So once he can do it, I'm sure he'll be over. And right now I'm going to head into the house. I got to grab a couple things, and then we're going to head down to the sawmill and we're going to saw a beautiful cherry log. All right, we got Tom here from Concrete with the Hauses.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
If you haven't seen Tom's channel, I'm sure a lot of you have, check it out. I will put a link in the description, but this will be probably the smallest pour you've done this year.
Pretty close.
Yeah, about a yard of concrete.
Yeah.
You got a truck coming from another job or just thrower?
No, they just sent out another truck.
Okay, I appreciate that, because it'd be like $400 or $500 to get 1 yard of concrete.
Yeah, he said he'd cut you a break. And this time of the year, they have a little bit of leniency with the time. So he said he had a driver and he'd send it over.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Well, I think we're ready to go.
Yeah. Any rebar upright in here, Mike? Do you want anything like that? Or it's a pretty good sized hole.
You have any?
We should have some on a truck.
Maybe
We'll
throw some in there, huh?
All right, we'll see what we got.
Okay.
These don't work so good when it's cold out.
Yeah, I can notice much different than when it's warm.
That ought to be plenty, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody standing behind me.
I know. It took me 2 weeks to get used to that. Every time I walk outside. The dogs weren't fans either for the longest time.
Oh yeah. Let me give him a good scrape. We might have enough.
Pretty easy finishing job here, Tom.
These are the kind I like.
This would be good for a Friday afternoon right here.
Yeah. I like. Good.
Yep.
That should be good. You're up. You got a nice slope on that. No water laying there, rusting the pole. You know, so that's.
Yeah, and they said when you put that sand in there, try to keep the water away from it. So this should be about a half, 3/4 higher than the edge of the form. So.
Good deal.
Well, that went pretty good. It's nice and plumb, all ready to go. How many days should I wait before I set that pole? Probably 4 or 5 at least, huh?
At least. You know, you get the wind blowing that pool back and forth. There's going to be a lot of force on there. We did put some stand-up rebar in it. I wouldn't have minded getting a couple cages in there, but we didn't. But it's kind of massive. I'm certain we're okay. I just wouldn't rush putting that in. I'd even go a little bit longer, maybe 14 days. In this cold weather, it's setting nice and slow. What you want, it's going to get real good and strong. Give it about 14 days.
Okay.
Put the pole up.
I'm glad I asked. Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, it's thick. It's going to take a long time to cure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, down in
that
there.
cold ground.
Yeah.
So
Tom was telling me you just bought a dump trailer. Tell him the dump trailer story.
So I drove an hour from my house, where you think, nobody knows you up here. So I walk in the door and start asking them about it. And here I find out I'm buying the Mike Morgan dump trailer. They named it after this guy. Super company, Bennett's Trailers out of Salem, Ohio. If you need a trailer, those guys are the people to talk to.
Yeah.
But I noticed yours sitting around the corner. It's exactly like mine.
Yeah.
They did add a solar panel to the battery, so that'll be nice. I understand that was a pain sitting there so long, and the battery goes dead. So hopefully that corrects that problem. But yeah, funny walking in there. Oh, the Mike.
Well, they
Morgan.
recognized you too, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have a trailer named after me yet.
A buddy of mine just bought a like a landscape trailer over there to haul stuff to his cabin, and he was saying what a smooth operation. Like he went in as he's talking, they bring it over to the side. Everything was just bang, 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 and he was out of there. Done deal.
I was in and out in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We spent half the time talking about you. So.
Well, that's good.
So did I tell you how I messed up? Did I mention that yet?
Yeah, Tom and I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I was figuring it'd be a good, you can talk about it here now.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I have my own YouTube channel. Most of my viewers came from Outdoor with the Morgans. And we have this t-shirt, movie line t-shirt contest. And if you win the contest, then you get to pick the next movie line. Well, last contest, winner picked the movie line from Smokey and the Bandit, and from Jackie Gleason throws out give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper, make it in a hurry, snap, and he swears in it. He takes the Lord's name in vain. And I said that on my video, and I shouldn't have said that. I didn't take the Lord's name in vain in anger or anything like that, but I did say it, and I wish I did not. A lot of my viewers are upset about it, and I apologize 100 times over. I can't apologize enough. I wish I never would have said it, but I did, and I feel terrible about it.
I could tell when you came here today, because you were, it's not just about what other people think. You were unhappy that you...
I've been up all night. I got very little sleep last night just because of that.
Yeah, because I've known you a long time. You never talk like that, nothing, and you just, yeah, yep.
I wish I would have thought about it more and differently.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it the right way.
Right.
And how I never talk like that.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to move on from it, but I'm glad I was here today to have a chance to say something.
Yeah. So check out Tom's channel, Concrete with the Hauses.
Yep.
They have a... I was just talking to someone about you earlier, Curtis Graff.
Oh yeah.
And like he said, he had nothing but just wonderful things to say about your work and how the channel's a perfect fit for you. You guys do such nice work, and your boys are involved in everything. And but yeah, everybody that I talk to says what a stand-up guy you are and what great work you do. And I was glad you started your channel.
I hope that continues after yesterday's video.
Oh, it will. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Again, I apologize so many times.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right.
And you're wearing your son's shirt.
I was in his truck this morning and I was cold, so I found it behind the seat. I think there's a lunch in there too I could probably eat.
Well, thanks, Tom. I appreciate you coming over.
Oh, you bet.
That was those little ones are kind of a pain to get done sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
it worked out perfect. We were down the street, and Thrower had a truck, so we all just met here. And
now, are you about winding down, aren't you, on all your outside stuff?
we're done outside. We actually just finished our last sidewalk today. It's exposed aggregate, so you can cover it up and protect it a little bit. So we're going to have that video coming up shortly. And right now it's basements and garages and stuff that we can protect. You know,
right.
We did a porch the other day where we enclosed it in plastic and blew a heater in there.
Yeah.
You don't make any money at it.
Right.
You know, all that extra time.
Yeah.
And but you get it done, and something done and out of the way for spring.
Right. Well, thanks again, and don't forget, check out Tom's channel, Concrete with the Hauses. There will be a link in the description. You won't be disappointed. And like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends.
Tell your friends.